Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the next session. In the previous session, we dealt with 14 principles of management as propounded by Henry Fayol. In today's session, we will be proceeding with the last topic of second chapter, that is significance of principles of management. Why is it important for a manager to understand, to have knowledge about principles of management? First, providing manager with useful insights into reality. Principles of management provide the manager with useful insights into the real world situation, which will help the manager to increase his knowledge, ability, and understanding of managerial situation and circumstances. This knowledge and understanding of the manager with regard to real world situation will help him to develop better solution for the managerial problems that he come across in running up of the business organization. Principles of management also enable the manager to learn from past mistakes, which will save the time to solve the recurring problems quickly. Next, optimum utilization of resources and effective administration. We know that both human resource and material resource that are available with a company will be limited, and hence it is necessary to make optimum utilization of the available resources. What does optimum utilization means? Optimum utilization means getting maximum benefit from the resources with minimum cost. Now, how is it possible? How is principles of management helping us to make optimum utilization of resources? How is it minimizing the wastage of resources? For example, unity of command. What does unity of command says? It says that one subordinate must get order and instruction from one superior only at one time, and he must be answerable, responsible for one superior itself. Now, in case if a subordinate receives instruction from two or more superiors, in that case it will lead to a confusion, and confusion will lead to non-accomplishment of task. What does non-accomplishment of task means? Non-accomplishment of task is also wastage of resources. And division of work. What does division of work says? It says that the work need to be divided into smaller job, and each of the job must be performed by the specialist, is what division of work says. What happens in case division of work is not applied? In that case, you will not have clarity about what and all activities that need to be performed in order to accomplish that complete task. As well as if a non-competent person is performing any of the job, then he will be not in a position to complete the task or to make optimum utilization of resources. Hence, division of work and specialist performing the individual job ensure the optimum utilization of resources. In the same way, all the principles of management, they are helping the manager to avoid trial and error approach and minimize the wastage of resources. How principle of management, they explain the cause and effect relationship of their decisions and actions, which will help to make optimum utilization of resources. What does cause and effect relationship means now? What happens if you apply the principle of management? What happens if you do not apply the principle of management? Like I said about unity of command, division of work. Let me take another example. Initiative. Initiative principle says that workers must be given initiation to develop their own plans and solve the problems that they face while performing their job. In case if this initiative is encouraged among the workers, then their participation will increase, their self motivation will increase. In case of self motivation, there will be better performance of the job, increase in the productivity. Now, what happens? What will be the effect if initiative is not there? Then the employees will be least interested in the developmental activities or improvement activities. They will be just performing the work that has been assigned to them, and they will be least interested in the other improvmental activities of the organization. In this way, the principles of management explain the cause and effect relationship and help to reduce the wastage of resources. Next, scientific decisions. Decisions must always be based on facts, thoughtful, and justifiable terms. In case the decision is based on personal intuition or gut feeling, then the possibility of that decision going wrong will be very high. Whereas if the decisions are thoughtful and based on fact, logic, then the possibility of decision going wrong is very less. And these principles of management help you to take scientific decisions. Why? Because principles of management are framed on the basis of experience, observation, and experimentation. Principles of management emphasize on logic rather than blind faith. Let me take one example. What does the principle of scientific management says? Science, not rule of thumb. Here, the tailor is stating that management is a science. It is not a rule of thumb. It means management is not practicing the old method blindly. It involves investigating the old method, analyzing the old method, and improvising. And that one developed method should be followed by the entire organization. Principles of management, they are not based on bias or prejudice. They are thoughtful, justifiable, and based on logic. They are based on the objective assessment of the situation. Meeting changing environment requirements. Even though the principles of management are providing general guidelines, but these principles of management can be modified as per the requirement of changing business environment. Principles of management, they are not rigid, they are flexible. As and when the situation arises, the application of principle of management can be modified. For example, what does division of work says? The work need to be divided into smaller tasks, and each task must be performed by the specialist. Nowadays, in the modern time, the principle has been extended to the entire business, wherein companies, they are specializing in the core activities, and what they are doing, they are outsourcing the non core activities. It means there is application of division of work. They have divided the work. They have divided the work into core activities and non core activities. And what they are doing nowadays, the companies are concentrating more on the core activities, and non core activities, they are outsourcing it. The application of principle of management can be modified as per the circumstances. Next, fulfilling social responsibilities. We know that the business is operating in the society. It means it has certain responsibilities that it need to fulfill towards the society. Business is operating in the society means the society has given permission for the business to operate. Hence, the responsibilities of the business towards the society must be fulfilled. Now, the social responsibility does not mean the responsibility just towards the society. It covers the other aspects of the society as well, such as customers, employees, shareholders, investors, creditors, suppliers. Business need to fulfill its responsibility towards all the stakeholders. The principle of management help the business to fulfill its social responsibilities as well. Management theory and management principle has also evolved in response to these demands. How does principle of management are helping to fulfill the social responsibility? Principles of management, all these principles of management, unity of command, unity of direction, centralization and decentralization, authority and responsibility, equity, differential piece wage system, time study, method study, all these techniques and principles of management, they are helping the organization to reduce the wastage of resources, to increase the productivity, and ensure smooth functioning of the activities within the organization. When the organization is able to increase the productivity, produce better quality of product, then it will be supplying better quality goods to the society at lower price and fulfilling its responsibility towards consumers, which will in turn help to increase the profit of the company. This increase in the profit of the company will increase the return on investment of the investors and fulfilling the responsibility towards investors. When the productivity is increasing, they will be purchasing more materials. The role of supplier will be improved, and the business is fulfilling its responsibility towards suppliers as well by making on time payment for the supplies. In this way, principles of management, they are not just helping in the smooth functioning of the activities within the organization, but in turn they are helping the business to fulfill its responsibility towards the society as well by supplying quality goods at low price, by ensuring equity among the workers, by ensuring regular and on time payment of wages and salary to the workers and employees, by increasing the return on investment to the investors. Hence, dealing with business associates would all come under the purview of this principle. Next, management training, education, and research. Principles of management are at the core of management theory. Principles of management are used as basis for management training, education, and research. Without understanding about the principles of management, imparting training, knowledge, and conducting research with regard to management would be a difficult task. Principles of management are foundation, are basis for the management theory. We know that admission into the management institution is preceded by management aptitude test. Do you think that these tests could have been developed without an understanding about the management principles and how these management principles are applied in different situations? No, it would not have been possible. These principles are groundwork for the development of management as a discipline. Professional courses such as Master of Business Administration, Bachelor of Business Administration, they teach principle of management as their curriculum at the beginner's level. Principles of management facilitate in the development of new management techniques, operational research, cost accounting, just in time. They have been developed due to the further research on these principles. Hence, understanding the principles of management will help the manager to make optimum utilization of resources, help him to understand the real world situation, help to take scientific decisions. meet changing environment requirement, fulfill social responsibility as well.